Okay, so this is the Ronin S. I sent the Crane 3S back. Um, it holds up to 14 pounds, the Crane S, and was nowhere near the weight I needed. I mean, it's just overkill. And it has a huge shaking problem, which a lot of people are probably talking about now. So I ordered a Ronin S. I had a Crane 2, and I know these are compared to the Crane 2 quite a bit. I think they came out around the same time. But I haven't even turned this thing on yet, and already I can tell it's a lot better than the Crane 2. One of the biggest reasons is the Crane 2 is just like a tube, and it's shiny, and it doesn't really have a grip to it. So holding it, you're kind of holding it to keep it in place, whereas this feels more like a little handle grip. This also feels like it's lighter. Everybody keeps saying that I've seen has said that this is a one of the heavier gimbals. Well, they haven't held the Crane 3S. So I was in the process of charging or balancing this, but I had to charge the battery to try to get it where I wanted it. And it seems like it's close. It's just a lot of shifting weight here and there. So let's see if I can get this to where it needs to be. The problem with gimbals now, and even on the Crane 3S, which is like the newest one, they the heavier cameras that you have, to balance it, you have to literally lift the camera up just to move it. So you're kind of forcing it. So it's real easy to just go back and forth and not get those really tiny adjustments that help it balance. See, it just depends on what area it goes in that it wants to act screwy. But I almost wish they would put figure out a way to put some kind of gear in here. So instead of just loosening this up and pushing it by hand, that it would just have some kind of turn screw thing that you could just turn in somewhere and it would just barely do it. Because when you have to hold the camera to adjust it, and then you let the camera go and then see if it's adjusted. So anyway, the only thing I really had to remove was this, which I just dropped the 2 screws from. But that was pretty much the only thing that I had to remove from this. I still had the half cage. I still have the SSD. The cables I have, this one right here might probably be the biggest problem just because it kind of wants to yank down on it, and I really need this thing just to be stretched out. And you can see that as soon as I need to also get it out of my way too. But the other thing I did, which I didn't do with the Crane 2, I basically, it's just a stick. So I had it on a monopod, and I could do flashlight mode, which was kind of cool because instead of bending over and stuff, I could literally just hold the pole down, or the monopod, and then bring it up way up in the air and do jib shots and things like that, which was kind of cool. On this one, I wanted to make sure that I wasn't just holding it like this, because I think that's just ridiculous. So with these handle grips that I got from Small Rig, I got a little ring here that goes on here, and then you can just mount the grips right on there. And then I got a couple other parts and fastened a quick release so I could put a V-mount battery on here, which the camera goes to, because the camera doesn't last very long with the crappy batteries it's got as it is. But with this, well, if I can get this cable the hell out of my way, I have to figure out a way to put this somewhere. But you can see how it adds some change to my balance. So depending on where that is, if it's going to screw it up. But I just charged it up, and now we need to turn it on, and I get to see what exactly will happen. Okay, so right now, I just did a balance test, and it's saying pan, roll, and tilt are excellent.
catch it.